Hello and welcome back to the Daily Royal, a podcast covering the daily events of all the European royal families. Today we are going to be talking about the very limited number of events from Friday, March 19th through today, Sunday, March 21st of 2021. You guys, I'm sorry, there's just not a lot that happened this weekend. Really and truly next to nothing. So it's going to be a bit of a probably shorter episode as we just kind of make our way through the day. I am just going to do this today with no transitions because honestly, 4.5 countries, 4.5 events. It's not even 4.5 countries, it's 4.5 events. So there's really and truly not a lot to talk about today. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, this week in royal watching is going to be a bit busy. So I have quite a bit to do to prepare for the week ahead, because we've got 2 foreign trips this week. A pretty big thing happening in Spain, a couple pretty big things happening in Spain, and tomorrow is kind of a important event for the Belgian royal family. So that's just kind of a look ahead as to what is happening, because it's going to be a pretty big week. So we're going to start off with the British royal family, because there was nothing going on in Belgium. So on Friday, the BBC does every year a comic relief program, and it's accompanied by Red Nose Day, which is all based on fundraising for I actually don't know what the cause is, but it's a fundraiser, and the UK does it really well, and Comic Relief has a whole hour of television broadcast on the BBC to dedicate to this time. And so that aired on Friday evening, and the Duke of Cambridge took part in just a very brief segment where he was highlighting the key workers over the past year. So I actually have tried to find William's segment on this, and I can't. And I also am country limited. I can't see the event. I can see clips on YouTube, but I can't see I can't find the whole thing. So I don't quite know what happened. I know he was wearing a bright orange sweater. That's what I know. I think it was maybe supposed to look red, but it definitely looked orange. So that's what I know from it, because I couldn't find his segment. So that was the first thing in the UK. And then yesterday was the first day of spring. So if you are a person who, like me, thrives on sunshine and warm weather, yesterday was my day. It means that this winter is over for the most part. And I don't know about all of you, but this winter was really hard on me. The snow was too much. It wasn't a good time. So I was very welcoming to spring, as were apparently the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall, because they sent out a tweet of a new photo of them in the gardens, I think at Highgrove, that just looked really lovely and very not spring-like at all, because Camilla was in a wintry coat and gloves, but, the weather is getting nicer, and I think that's the important part. So it's a really cute photo. I do have it up on the website, thedailyroyal.com, and you can definitely check it out there. But yeah, that's what was going on in the UK. I know I mentioned that I would bring up the court circular from Thursday, because I won't do court circulars on Thursday, just because timing wise it just doesn't work. So I wanted to go ahead and bring that up now. So this is all stuff that happened on Thursday, but I still want to go ahead and talk about it because some of it is, I don't know, maybe important. So on Thursday, Queen Elizabeth had a telephone meeting with the Chief of the Defense Staff. So this is part of her ongoing conversations with military leaders. And then nothing at Clarence House, and then Kensington Palace. The Duke of Cambridge participated in a Duchy of Cornwall Finance Committee meeting via video link. And then we do know this already happened. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visited the Newham ambulance station in East London. And then later on in the afternoon, the Duke of Cambridge took part in a meeting with the Disaster Emergency Committee via video link. So I do wonder if we'll maybe see some video of that later this week. But yeah, that is what was going on in the UK over the past couple of days. And so now we are going to go ahead and move on to Denmark. And excuse the dog while we make this transition. She decided she needed to make herself known. Okay, so in Denmark, amazingly, there was one event. So Crown Princess Mary opened a digital festival called Fair Festival. The podium and some of the promotional stuff is kind of based at this location in our house at the City Hall. And so that's where Mary went, but it's a digital event, but there are certain pieces that are happening in person. And so this is a festival that focuses on sustainable products, sustainable companies, and companies that are making themselves more sustainable. So I noticed IKEA was on the board. That's the only brand that I recognized. But there were others, I'm sure, just not ones that I would recognize. And so that was, great. I'm loving all of the Danish royal family we have seen this month. It's been lovely. So that, of course, is great. But yeah, that's really what was going on in Denmark. There, like I said, you guys, there's just not a lot happening this weekend. And on a personal note, I'm very grateful for that because, like I said, this week ahead is going to be a marathon. So definitely has given me time to prepare for the week ahead as much as possible. But yeah, so that is what was going on in Denmark. We are now going to take a quick break. If there's an ad sponsor, you will hear it, and we'll come back and talk about the Netherlands. Welcome back. So we are now in the Dutch royal family, and on Friday, again, a very overall quiet weekend, but there was an event on Friday, which we are considering a win. So on Friday, King Willem-Alexander paid a digital visit to the municipality of Apeldoorn, where they focused, of course, on COVID and the things that relate to COVID and what COVID has highlighted as some of the systematic problems in all of our world, such as loneliness and mental health and, just how in general we're not always responding super well to a pandemic. But also things like health centers in the area, things like that. So he met, I think, primarily with the mayor over a video chat, and other people were kind of brought in occasionally as well. So that was Friday's event. I do want to take a quick peek into the, if there are things going on in the calendar for this next week with the Dutch royal family. So it does look like there's some stuff going on in the earlier part of this week. But again, this is something that could very well change over the next couple of days as they do more digital working visits and things along those lines. But Queen Maxima has a pretty busy week from what I can tell. So that is what was going on in the Netherlands. In Norway, we just have our traditional Friday event where Crown Prince Haakon, who is serving as regent, holds the weekly Council of State meeting. Nothing too new there. And then nothing in Spain. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the Spanish royal family. I'm guessing, so I've already alluded to this, they are going on a state visit next Thursday and Friday. So I'm guessing because of that, they're taking some super intense precautions in terms of travel and exposure, because this is the first time that it's actually not. They both have separately left the country since this all kind of began, but not necessarily to do a state visit, which some of the agenda has come out for that, and it's a pretty intense schedule given that it's 2 days. So trying to maybe limit exposure as much as possible before heading on the visit. I'm not entirely sure. But this week, I tell you what, there's like next to nothing on the calendar. I think Felipe has a couple of things, and then like the big event is on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, it's on Wednesday. And then the state visit is Thursday and Friday. So it'll be a full week from them. It'll just be kind of weird. So that's what's going on there. And then in Sweden, there was one event. So Queen Sylvia took part in a meeting with organizations that are focused on supporting children's rights. That is something that she is super passionate about and super focused on, especially like through the pandemic. Children's rights, and specifically children's rights online and things along those lines. So that was the weekend. I think it is officially tomorrow in every country that I talk about. So, yeah, that's the week. Like I said, the stuff coming up today when you're listening to this is going to be pretty intense. So I will, the episode tomorrow will be a lot more substantial and definitely really important. So please come back for that one. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Like I said, I know it's kind of a short episode, but it was a really weird weekend. So with that, I'm going to end this episode. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great Monday, and I will talk to you then. Bye.